I'm Haroon Rashid. Hey, John, the Patriots won on Sunday, so I'm really happy and I'm rocking the jersey. What do you wear when you're happy?
Hi Haroon, my name's Jon Stephenson. Well, I'm relaxed and at home now, and I guess what do I wear when I'm happy? Well, I just do what I'm doing now, Haroon. I go commando.
Oh my gosh, that is terrible. No one wants to hear about that. You going free balling it. Oh my gosh. And hey, sports fans, Haroon's Hangout. Welcome to Haroon's Hangout, the internationally featured show on marketing innovation, making digital marketing simple, straightforward, and fun. We are, as always, presented by the Khemeia Network and Khemeia Consulting. Today, Apple iWatch versus the iPhone 6. Which is better for digital marketing? So today, myself and John, we're going to be talking about each of those two products, and like I said, which one is better actually for digital marketing, and which is a better tool for marketeers and everyone who uses social media and all that good stuff. So how does that sound, John?
That sounds great, Haroon. Looking forward to discussing it.
Awesome, awesome. So I think let's start off with the iWatch. Now, I know that we both had a look at this thing, and I'm going to bring it up here on the screen as well. Let's see. Here we go. I think you can see that now.
Yeah, I can see that.
Awesome, cool. So the iWatch, well, I think it came out, what was it, a couple of weeks ago, and everyone's been going crazy, lining up for a few weeks at a time to get hold of this and the iPhone 6. But for me, I'm not that impressed, if I'm honest. I think it's like with anything for me. I think a first generational product will have flaws. It's not the best it could be. It's launching new technology. Great start. Don't get me wrong. Great start. There will be things that they'll have to work out. But for me, I don't think this is going to be something that digital marketeers are going to use. I don't think it's a tool that people are going to use for their marketing. Number one for me, and you can see the slider on here. You're getting different angles of the product. The screen is really small, and that is a problem. Going back a couple of steps, I mean, in the UK, we are really far behind when it comes to digital marketing. I talked to an international speaker who didn't know you could get Twitter on your phone. I mean, come on. You're an international speaker and you don't know you can get Twitter on your phone? Seriously. Like, my 4-year-old son knows you can get it on. He knows you can get YouTube and Facebook and Twitter on your phone. He's 4 years old.
Yeah.
And this guy is in his early 40s. He's not old at all by any means. But, you know, so if we're living in a society in the UK where people don't know you can get Twitter, how the hell are they going to use a watch? I don't even get this. Over to you, John.
Fair point. Haroon, it doesn't launch until 2015, so I don't know what those people were queuing around the block for that you saw.
Oh, sorry, it must have been for the iPhone 6. Sorry.
Easily done. Easily done. My take is, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, at the end of the day, a smartwatch is, oddly enough, worn on the wrist, and it's wireless internet connectivity, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's nothing new. Casio, Garmin, Polar have been doing that for years. They've been doing it with heart rate monitoring. At the moment, my take is that it's marketing spin, and it's an infant smartwatch industry for early adopters or technology geeks, or alternatively, a cynical opinion is really it's for complacent smartphone users who want a new gadget to buy and something to fill with apps. What it does remind me of is, can you remember Inspector Gadget in the 80s, the cartoon?
Oh, yeah, totally. That was a great show.
Yeah?
Great show.
Can you remember him going, "Go, go, Gadget"?
Yeah. Yes, I can.
Well, for me, Haroon, yeah, no smartwatch.
Oh, I see what you did there. Nice one. No, gadget, no. My whole thing is, and I agree with you, I think that you use the right term where it's for complacent smartphone users. It's more of a consumer product, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
not really for a business use. It's a cool thing if you're a consumer, or if you're one of these kids nowadays. I'm talking like I'm 70 years old. I probably have the bone density of a 70-year-old man, but anyway. But for the kids nowadays, they're going to want it. They're going to be bugging their parents for it. And like you said, it's good marketing, and they can make their iPhone and their watch talk to each other, and they can talk to each other via their watches. It's just another way for people not to talk to each other, really, if we're honest.
Yeah, but if you look at the product spec, and I don't want to sound like someone from PC World now, but comes in two sizes, 1.5, 1.7 screen, three models, 6 cases and frames. But does this sound like a phone or a watch to you when you look at what it can actually do, Haroon? Yeah. So you can reply to messages, you can run your live through emails on it, you can answer calls. You can use it like Inspector Gadget used to, as a walkie-talkie. But hey, but only for 30 seconds, and to other smartwatch Apple users, well, pick up the phone.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm not going to spend however many hundreds of quid this is if I want to use it as a walkie-talkie. £5 from Price Busters in Bradford. Hey, they'll give you 2 for one in it.
Yeah. So... there's no killer app with it either. It's got something called tap navigation. Well, yeah, but I don't see the big selling point in that. It's got apps on it, but the ecosystem of app developers yet hasn't really got going, so that's still in its infancy. And what you can do is select your best photos. Guess where from? Your iPhone, and put them onto your watch. 1.5-inch screen versus a larger smartphone screen. What are you going to use? The other neat thing that it does, and I do think this is useful, is you can use it and stream it from payments to pay for certain things, and I think that's quite neat.
Yeah, I mean, for me, the biggest deal breaker, I mean, if you're a marketeer and you want to use this for business use, is the real estate that you have. I mean, this is the iPhone 5.
Yeah.
I mean, that's big enough for me. I use this a lot for my digital marketing, social media, and all that kind of stuff. And it's just about big enough. So to reduce that real estate is a problem for me. I mean, I'm not going to get a little pen and be like this, you know. When my dad uses his phone, he always does this, like that. So I'm gonna end up like that if I'm doing that with my watch. I'm gonna end up looking like my dad, and I'm gonna be like, I should have gone to Specsavers. So, but anyway, that's a nice segue into the next thing, which is the iPhone 6, which is what people were queuing up for. So if we bring this up on the screen here now. If you look at this, okay, yeah, iPhone 6, bigger than bigger. Looking at my information here from the Apple website, the iPhone 6 is 4.7 inches.
Yeah.
The iPhone 6 Plus is 5.5 inches. So obviously they are getting a bit more like the Samsung phones, which is kind of like halfway between a phone and a tablet, in my opinion. But for me, this is more suited for digital marketing and social media marketing. You've got much more. You've got a bigger screen. You've got much more that you can do with that. It's much more user friendly as opposed to a tiny watch. So for me, that's where I'm going with this. I'm going to side with the iPhone 6. How about you, John?
Well, I agree. A couple of points, really. At the moment, for me, no smartwatch. Justify that, John. Well, at the moment, the smartwatch, in all honesty, Haroon, I really don't think it's smart enough in comparison to a smartphone. I've got an issue with battery life. When you get home, it's yet another technology gadget to plug into the wall or fight for space on the multiple adapter point. It makes me wonder how many days on charge the damn thing's actually going to have to take out of a working week. Probably quite a lot. I also have an issue as well, which you've raised, which is price point. At the moment, Apple are very much a luxury brand and premium price point. But what I would say is two things to that. Is what about budget-minded consumers who aren't going to be able to afford the entry-level smartwatch? I think that's restricted. And also as well, what about folks like me who use Android? You know? And last but not least, I'm a data geek. You know that. I love my data. And at the moment, I don't think there's a killer app or a killer reason to buy a smartwatch. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, I love data. Occasionally when I go out for a run or I go out on my bike, I'll take 3 GPS devices with me. Hey,
that's just being greedy.
Yeah, that's quite sad, some people would say, and I hold my hand up, it probably is. But they've made a big spin about this wonderful feature that they've got, the iHealth Watch. I'm not seeing anything different that I can't do on my smartphone or on my watch that happens to be a Garmin to do exactly the same thing. So there's no killer app for me, and the smartwatch still relies on GPS, so connectivity, sorry, to get your data once you're out for a run or out on your bike. So why not just take your phone?
Haroon's Hangout is, as always, presented by the Khemeia Network and Khemeia Consulting, Yorkshire's innovation agency, where we believe that innovation is the key to business growth. Yeah, I mean, for as I say, for those of you who may be wondering, well, why would I use a phone or a watch anyway for my marketing? Why wouldn't I just use my laptop or my desktop PC or whatever? Well, the point is that if you really get social media marketing, most of the great stuff happens outside the office, okay? And if you need to be able to take a video or a picture and you don't have your desktop with you, you're stuck. So that's why we're saying you need to use your phone more. Sorry I'm getting passionate about this, but this just really ticks me off. It's like when we went to Bradford Business Conference, okay? The Khemeia Network were there. I was speaking. Woohoo! And we were live blogging during the sessions. Now, I remember that. What was really cool was one of the first sessions in the morning was headed up by Nasser Malik, and he was doing the Bradford What Next panel. And on that panel was the chairman of the Bradford Bulls, Mark Green. And he was saying some great stuff, phenomenal stuff, really, really great guy. And what we did was, me and Cameron, one of the presenters of the Khemeia Network, we went up to Mark Green afterwards and we said, hey, do you mind if we interview you? And he was like, sure, do you want to do it like later on? And I said, no. I said, I've got my phone, we've got some cameras, we'll do it now. Great, we had the devices with us. I can't do that with a watch. I could do it with a phone though. Yep. But the watch doesn't have a camera. That's a very important thing. Now, why is that important? Everybody knows Google is the #1 search engine in the world. YouTube is the second one. I can't be filming like this, okay? I can easily take the phone, though, and I can film with that. Next time you're at a wedding, by the way, have a look. How many people actually have one of those little compact cameras, and how many people get out their phone? I can't see people. You can't film like that. That's just not going to work. But the point is that the phone is multi-functional. You can do tweets, Facebook, all your social media updates. You can take pictures, really great pictures, and you can take HD video with the phone. By the way, the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus have got a much better camera. You can do a lot of great stuff like time-lapse videos. You can do slow motion videos now, which is making the video experience even better. So that's why I'm going to just, if we're going to do our votes now, John, let's do it now. I'm going to vote for no for the, no, iWatch Go, I'll say, and I'm going to go for the iPhone 6. How about you?
Yeah, I'd agree with you. Yeah, totally. Ultimately, for me, I think at the moment, the smartwatch industry is in its infancy, Haroon. I was just going to challenge you and say, I'm going to hit you with some data and some facts. The smartwatch is here to stay, just like the smartphone. And it's exciting what's happening in the world of smartwatches at the moment, and I love a new technology. But at the moment, I think it's struggling. So I was just going to give you some facts and some data, which you kind of expect from me.
Yeah, hit me, baby. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, these stats are from the Smartwatch Group, who are a research company, and guess which country they're based in, Haroon? Come on,
Go on
pick
then.
one. What?
Well, I'm going to say Switzerland, of course, because
They are in Switzerland, yeah. Of all places, the home of traditional quality quartz watches, but there you go.
well, it's better
Okay.
than doing it in Doncaster, I suppose. So
So I'm setting myself a challenge. I want you to yawn loudly if I drone on too much at this point.
you want me to
Okay.
go on when you drone? Okay, let me clear my throat. Okay, right. Okay, I'm warmed up now. We can go for it.
Okay. The reason why I say it's here to stay is pretty much in 2013 there were 700 million US dollars. That's what the size of the market. That's what it was for smartwatches. Now that grew 10 times from 2012. That's big. In 2014, they reckon about 2.5 billion. That's 5% of the watch industry. So to put that into context, that's the global worth of the watch industry is about $23 billion a year. Wow, that's big. That's why they want a slice of the cake with the world of smartwatches. At the moment, there's the top 5 players, yeah?
Yeah.
I see you building up for a yawn, yeah? I think you may
Not
be
yet, not
building
yet.
up for
My
a
mouth
yawn.
is open but it's not because I'm yawning. I'm actually going. I didn't realize how big the watch industry was. So this is great. Yeah, keep going.
Okay, the big hitter is the Galaxy Gear. They've got 5 watches in the market at the moment. They've got about 33% of the market, give and take. And the next 4 have got about 7 to 8% roughly. So that's Nike, Garmin, something called Fitbit, I think, and Sony. Now, one thing I will say about Nike is in the pace of the market and first generation of things. I didn't realise until I looked into this that the Nike band, RIP, gone. Nike have pulled it.
Have they?
Yeah, they have. Interesting stuff, eh? And I'm going to stop now before I can see you inhaling for a
I
big
didn't yawn,
yawn.
but gosh, you're teaching me so much. Next week, John will tell me about the birds and the bees. Great stuff. I think we're going to leave it there today, guys. I mean, I think we've covered over each product enough. So thanks to John for coming back on the show. And as always, like I said, we are presented by the Khemeia Network and Khemeia Consulting. So next week, guys, we have got a very special guest, which is Amy Harrison from Amy TV. She'll be guesting on Haroon's Hangout at the usual day and time of Wednesday, 10 a.m. Greenwich Meridian time. And we're going to be talking about content marketing, video marketing, and how to use humor. So hopefully it will be a funny show. Hopefully Amy can actually make this show funny because apparently I'm just not funny. I don't know. So,
or me.
but this has been Haroon's Hangout, the show on marketing innovation where we make digital marketing simple, straightforward, and fun. We'd like to thank you all for watching, and I have actually forgotten one segment, though. We need to go back and do this one segment.
Whoa!
I know. I'm off my game. I only had 3 hours sleep. By the way, no, I'm kidding. So we got this audience participation thing where we ask in the audience to ask us one question. It could be about anything to do with marketing, data, or even anything about us personally. We've had people asking me if I've had any dental work done. I wish. And we may get people asking John about his commando status as well. I'm not quite sure about that. But if you want to ask us any questions in the blog and in the show notes, there'll be all the contact details there where you can email us, you can tweet us, and all that good stuff. So we look forward to your questions. But from me and Jon Stephenson, we want to say take care, sports fans, and thanks for watching.